Jujutsu Kaisen is, which at this point he currently has no knowledge of who Toji is. Sukuna then challenges Gojo, as in JJK up until now. That line is incredibly
cursed spirits 1,000 years ago, and you were still one of the better ones I fought. Stand proud. You are strong.
A mindset like this is something that can easily be applied to real life, which is why I find this explanation go through life constantly comparing themselves to others and constantly believing that they need groups in order to make a change or achieve something great. Now, I'm not saying that you should be a loner or you shouldn't ever make comparisons to other people, but what I am saying in the group, or you need a decent amount of people to experience something with you when you could do it with one other person or by yourself, you are probably stunting your own growth as a person. Now, burning everything to a cinder is something you could apply to competitive fields such as athletes. Most athletes know each other and are friends with each other in major sports, but they each understand that when competing, they can't let those personal feelings stop them from winning. This is something I think a lot of people are afraid to do in many situations, as they don't want to step on people's toes. But in order to grow and reach your ideals and your goals, you're going to have to step on people's toes. That doesn't mean you should screw someone over for no reason, but if you and a coworker are both competing for a promotion, you need to, for a lack of better wording, stand on business and secure that promotion, knowing that could affect your coworker in different ways. Ultimately, that is selfish, but as we know from JJK, being selfish is what leads to unlocked potential, and sometimes you have to make that sacrifice in order to achieve your ideals. Speaking of JJK, it starts with a bright scene of Yuji's grandfather telling Yuji that he's strong and should help others. This immediately cuts back to Sukuna and the scenery of Shibuya, which shows their contrast in character. A flashback plays in which Gojo explains to Megumi that in the past, the Gojo clan head with the Limitless and Six Eyes technique and the Zenin clan head with the 10 Shadows technique killed each other when a sparring match became quote preparations. Maharaga walks through this attack like it's nothing, but like the nuke that Sukuna is described as, for these episodes are absolutely brilliant in their own ways and shows us a lot about the characters within the series without being too obvious about it. Sukuna is the star of the show for these 2 episodes as we see his entire philosophy out in the open, which actually goes hand in hand with the themes of JJK with the pursuit of power and selfishness that comes with being a strong sorcerer. He's an evil character when judging him from his cover, but his philosophy is something that has been used by good characters in the show, such as Gojo during his awakening, and is also used by people we admire in the real world, such as athletes when they go on to win championships. I think the bigger question is how far are people willing to go for power, rather than is being selfish a bad thing to gain, which again is the contrast between many sorcerers, including Gojo, and on the opposite side Sukuna, who seems to do anything for power and only respects power, which we see by the way he speaks to Jogo in the afterlife. Okay, so this has been my first video essay that I finished to completion, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie to you, while I was writing the script, I really did think it was going to be a lot longer of a video, but unfortunately it wasn't. But that should be rectified with more video essays coming in the future. Make sure to share your thoughts down below. Just make sure to keep it respectful as I'm trying to grow a community of people that are able to look in depth